His name is Dave Tobin. For 14 years, he has been the principal at Ilwaco High School. All in all, he has spent 41 years as an educator. Dave has impacted many lives, but he's made the difficult decision to retire.
Dave's from the old school, which I love. He believes in showing up to work in each and every day.
Dave's a workaholic. Everyone knows this, but he's not just somebody who had a job. He's somebody who lived his life as a teacher, as an educator.
I've never seen a calmer, more gentle man, and that really truly cares about people.
Anytime I think about how to deal with a student, I think about how Dave would deal with the student and how he would listen, and he's always very calm when he talks to kids.
Every time, every passing period, he's out, he's in the hallways, he's saying hello, he's saying, how are you doing today? He's checking up on everyone. He cares like with his whole heart about every single person he's ever met.
Dave's career began in 1978 when he landed a teaching position at Tumwater High School. During his 3 years at Tumwater, Dave also discovered his love for coaching, which continued throughout his years as an educator.
Football's a big part of his life, but education is too, and I think that's why he makes one of the best educators, because he doesn't only love sports, he loves the whole idea of learning.
I remember the feeling at Washington State of how thrilled I was when he chose education. I think as a teacher, you are always really excited when your best people, just the best people, choose education, because you know they're going to be so great for kids for so many years.
He jokes that it, took him 41 years to graduate from high school.
He's so humble. Like, if you give him a compliment back, he almost can't take it.
Dave is a man of integrity, respect, quite honestly, probably the most kind-hearted individual that I know.
You can feel the love from this man. Like, there's no judgment, there's no, he just welcomes you with open arms, and just one of the nicest people you could ever meet.
Just a solid, hardworking guy, really good person, always trying to help people out.
As I was thinking about what I wanted to say, and what came to my mind when I think of you just in general is kind. And I don't know if this is a coincidence or what, but when I came in, it says "be kind" behind me. I don't know if that was voted on by everyone or what, but
I believe that his core motivation was to make a difference in as many people's lives as possible.
And over that time, I've seen him be at every school event, caring for wanting to help every kid.
He just was able to touch lives in this community that others couldn't.
I'm a little outspoken, and he's always been very patient with me, but also able to rein me in when I need it, but in such a gentle way that I never feel like I'm being talked down to. He's a unique person.
Has always been a great big brother, has always been a big brother, right? He's always looked out for me, and I've always felt that he's always been there to look out for me, and he is the kindest, nicest person, and he's always been like that, and he still is after all these years. So I'm pretty lucky. always was involved in sport. So in the afternoon, during a sports season, he would always be gone until 6. We had a pool down our street, and so he was always a great swimming athlete. And then whatever sport was going on, whatever was in season. I mean, he was a great football player at Newport High School, and his coaches always, loved his work ethic.
Normally, you don't remember the first time you saw somebody. I remember the first time I saw Tobin, and I was a first-year teacher, and so here I am, the opening day of school, and we were teaching 7th, 8th, and 9th graders, and they all came in and sat down, and the 7th grader sat at one end, and I remember looking down at the 7th grade end, and here's this great big kid, man. I mean, like big old shoulders, and I thought, oh man, that kid looks good. But the other reason he caught my eye was he was just so locked in. I mean, he was sitting up straight, and he was like leaning forward, just like, full listening to this full face. It was just like, he was so genuine. He had a huge care level. He was a great encourager. He was just, and you always got his best. You always got David's best. He was a very diligent worker. He was, he spread his own confidence. His confidence was carried quietly, but yet he kind of gave everybody around him confidence. The Newport coaches knew from us what they were getting. So yeah, I followed him, and then I followed him through Washington State.
Christmas time, I think it might have been his freshman year at WSU, and we ran into Jack Thompson, and that was like, whew, that was so cool. And I was like, wow, my brother knows this guy.
It was fun because you just knew how hard he was working, and you knew he was getting everything out of himself. I saw him too, even in junior high school. I got a chance to see him in multiple roles. I saw him being one of or the best player on a team, and then I saw him playing a smaller role, and he was equally good at both. And that's also a real compliment. I mean, there are some kids who will only be involved in something when they can start or be the best. But for a kid like David, who has lots of self-confidence, but is also selfless, he just embraced whatever role he was given and did a great job for the team. And that's what I saw at Washington State. I saw kind of an undersized kid making a difference and being able to find a place and find a role where he could contribute to the team. And it was like, yep, that figures. So it was great.
We went to the Apple Cup this last year when Wazoo won, and that was just really, really exciting to see him in that element. Loving football, his team wins, on UW property. At the end of the game, everyone rushed the field, and as they came back off the field, Dave was still in the stands, and he's just high-fiving probably over 100 people coming up the stands.
It was so good to see him that way, especially with all the suffering over the years. But boy, was he jacked up that night after the game. And it was just great to see him be that happy.
I'm one of the only people, from what I understand, that got to see his yearbook, his college football scrapbook. That's what it is. His scrapbook, and he has his articles and his photos of him in it, and it's like the kind of his holy grail. Even my wife was jealous because I don't think she's ever seen it, and so that was really cool. He kind of told me about his coaches back then and some of the players, and so it was really, really kind of cool to hear that history.
Well, I can say that Dave's probably the most influential male figure in my life. He went to every single sporting event I was probably ever in, and he was one of the people that said that, hey, you can go to college. I'm like, what? Who does that?
He has always been a presence of support for people like me who are single parents. He's always been very humble about that, but his words of encouragement were always like, I know this is hard, but you can do it. So there was a compassionate, tough love in every move he's ever made, and there was never a time that I have ever seen him either coaching, being a parent of an athletic child, or being a parent of a band child, where he didn't have words of support or admiration for every single person.
I would say about his career this. What I saw was, again, no surprise, very successful, but beyond success, his career was significant. Okay, and I think there's a difference. Success you can have on your own somewhat, but significance, when you're trying to do something of significance, it isn't about being a celebrity. it isn't about being rich or famous or anything like that. It's about tying what you do into the lives of other people.
DT was my principal from 7th grade on.
And when it came time for me to get Dex, I had his initial interview to get Dexter in the office. And so he and his family have just been such a big part of my life regarding him as well, and my health. And they've just been very supportive and encouraging.
Mr. Tobin, this is me, Gavin, and you've always been so nice to me since the day I met you and since the start. And I'll never forget the day we first met and how nice you've been to me. And
Well, Ebby wanted me to tell you that she appreciated all of the support you gave her through all of the hardships she handled through high school, for all of the crazy phone calls about, you know, the West Point letters and the Air Force Academy letters, and just knowing that you believed in her, that she could do great things. And to this day, she attributes, you know, her success to you.
I think he realized when he went into education that, you know, children are a product of their environment, and if he could improve that environment for any kid, that was a win. And we've had lots of wins.
Absolutely. I could not have been luckier to have known DT so well. He is an amazing human being, and he needs to realize that.
One story that he did share with me quite a while back, when he was still up at the middle high school, he had a kid in his office who had been sent to the office because he had been swearing in class. And so Dave had him in the office and called the parent and said, you know, we need to have a meeting. And so the parent came down to the school, and the kid was sitting in the office, and Dave said, you know, I like the kid a lot. Nice kid. You know, I was just trying to, you know, let him know that there's just certain things you can't say in class. And he said, and the dad came in and sat down, and Dave said, you know, we have a problem, and this is what's been going on. There's been a lot of cussing and this and that, and we just can't have that happen. And he's like, well, God damn it, I don't know where the hell he gets that. And Dave said, I literally had to turn my chair around because I was gonna laugh in the guy's face that, like, you wonder where he gets it, you know?
I love to see the other side of him, which you didn't always see at school at the beginning. Michelle's really good for him. And being able to help him, you know, start wearing costumes at school. And there's a part that people really want to see.
I was also able to help bring Mr. T to life. I don't know if anybody remembers, but I was a beautician and did his hair when he became Mr. T for a school assembly.
She colored his hair with, I think it was just blue. But they got him in some overalls. They got him like with chains and stuff like Mr. T. He comes running out to the pep rally and, you know, don't give me no back talk. You know, just like completely coming out, and he created the chant, the "We Are Ilwaco" chant, the, you know, "I believe that we can win" chant. Yeah, it was amazing.
And I know for Dave that there are many people that would have enjoyed his company over the years due to his dynamic personality, but backed away because of the title and assumptions that might have come with spending time with him.
You've helped me become the person that I am today. You gave me opportunity, support, trust. I'm proud to call you a friend, bud.
Thank you so much for being my captain for the past 6 years and steering me through rough waters. I literally could have walked out several times if not for the fact that I would have possibly disappointed you. I never wanted that to happen. You've always been there for me, and I hope I can now return the favor.
You know, friends are the chosen family, and we are the family. Yeah. Yeah, always.
I will remember you always as standing across the street, monitoring traffic, taking care of the kids, making sure all of our kids were safe. And I thought that was a wonderful figure that our community needed. So we wanted that person standing out there.
Dave reached out to me when I really needed a lot of support and help, and he just texted me and offered, to go to coffee with me. But that really, at that moment, that time, I still remember it,
We love you so much. We appreciate you so much. And the person who you are with such great integrity and caring.
Quiet confidence. You're at ease in almost any kind of a situation. That's him. It's just one of his gifts. When you're around him and it's a stressful situation, he takes it all on, and he does it in such a way that he handles it very easily, and he makes everybody else around him more at ease.
Hey, this is Cullen Stevenson. I was Dave Tobin's locker partner all throughout high school. We were unlikely partners. He was with the big, tall, strong crowd wearing jock jackets, and I was a little tennis nerd. We had the most decorated locker in Newport High School history. Dave had it decorated for him about 50 times for football, which was usual. But I got it actually decorated twice for tennis. So, 2 more times than anybody else. And I'm pretty proud of that, Dave, bringing it for you. And just have so much respect for you. In fact, so much respect that for the first time in my life, and hopefully the last, I'm gonna say, go Cougs.
Hey Dave, I'm so sorry that I can't be at your party, but I want to wish you a happy retirement, well deserved, and I know you're going to have a blast. When I came to Long Beach in 2014, you were one of the first people I met. You were so welcoming and so kind and open to letting me come into your building and get to know your staff. You're just one of the kindest people I know. Honestly, I've never heard you say an unkind word about anybody.
Hello, Coach. I just want to start by saying congratulations on the decision you're making to step into retirement. I can't express in words how much you've meant to me, what you've done for my life, and really what you've done, Coach, is you've impacted an entire family. You gave me an opportunity to see myself better than what I thought I was. And I think one of the biggest things is that you really taught me that hard work and doing the very best that I can is the most important thing.
Mr. Tobin's first year at Ilwaco was my 8th grade year, but I'm so fortunate in my life to have met Mr. Tobin and to be able to call him not only my principal, but my role model, a mentor for me in my life, and now a colleague and a friend. You have made a very large impact on my life. Gosh dang it. Yeah, I will miss you immensely, but I'm so happy for you, and I can't wait to see what you do with your new time.
Hey Dave, one of my first memories of you was seeing you working in the office later than me, and I knew that meant you'd been there a long time, and I suggested you go home, and you looked at me like I was crazy. Like, why would I go home? Well, guess what, buddy? Now we both go home.
Happy retirement. You're the best papa ever.
Hi, Papa Dave. Congratulations on retiring. And I wanted to say the best and that I'll get to see you in this summer.
Hey, Dad.
Hi.
Happy retirement.
Congratulations.
I didn't think this day would ever come, but here we are. So I hope you enjoy whatever comes next. And I just wanted to thank you for always being there for me. And I love you, and I hope we get to spend some more time together and you enjoy not having to go into the school every day. So anyway, congratulations. I love you.
Love you.
Congratulations on retirement. What a great step into the future.
Hey Dad, happy retirement. Seems like it's been a long time coming, and it's hard to think about a time where you weren't involved in school functions, and so many memories as a child revolve around me spending time at the school, spending time in the office with Robin, playing on the typewriter, or attending school functions, attending basketball games and football games, trying to find you at the stadium. So many memories just growing up in the school. And I'm so thankful for the work ethic that you taught us and the love that you gave us and how you taught us to just love other people really, really hard. And I'm super thankful and appreciative for that.
Yeah. Happy farewell to you. As far as, the next step, just chill, take it one day at a time. Congratulations on, making it this far.
ADT, congrats on your well-deserved retirement. You have devoted your life to unwavering kindness, serving your community, and paving the way to a brighter future for others. I think a quote by Albert Einstein depicts perfectly why you are so miraculous. Peace cannot be kept by force. It can only be achieved by understanding. I want you to know that in my eyes, you are a diamond in the rough, truly one of a kind. Altruistic empathy is a rare quality that you certainly have mastered. Everywhere you go, you lead people with the utmost care and authenticity. If I could give you one piece of advice for retirement, it would be this. We all know that you are a bright star with so much love to give. You have spread your kindness in great magnitudes to those around you. Now, let yourself be the beneficiary. Love yourself first and foremost, and the rest will follow. Love you, DT. Congrats on your retirement again.
For he's a jolly good fellow, for he's a jolly good fellow, for he's a jolly good fellow, which nobody can deny. Seriously, Dave, what a milestone. Welcome to retirement. We're so excited for you.
We're so excited for you that you're retiring. Yay. Thank you for just the incredible work that you've done as an educator and administrator for a couple decades now.
Yeah.
And just the enormous impact that you've had on so many young people, and including all the young people in our family.
Well, those kids have been so lucky to have you in their lives. And now I'm lucky because we get to go on road trips, watch the football game. So congratulations. I'm super happy for you. You deserve it.
You deserve it. Have the best celebration, and can't wait to see what the next couple decades look like for you.
But nobody's wishing you a happy retirement with a Snapchat filter. Well, I could go through a whole list of memories, but I'm gonna go with you calling me on game days at like 6 a.m. singing the fight song. That was super not cool when I was in college. The time I backed into your car and then drove off and then came back and told you. On more of a sentimental note, I definitely wouldn't be where I am without you in my life.
Hey, DT. Happy retirement. We want to keep this short to save some of the words for you.
I'm very grateful that not only do I get to call you a stepdad and a friend, but a soon-to-be previous employer.
Thanks for letting me rule the school while I was at IHS. I learned so much during my time, and so much of that was because of what you believed IHS could be.
Teaching at Ilwaco has been a truly life-changing experience for me, and I know that that is because of you and the culture you work so hard to create there.
I hope to have an impact on as many students as you have, but maybe in a few less years than you.
Thanks for supporting me endlessly, laughing with me, teaching me to be the first one there and the last one to leave, drinking wine with me, all the words of affirmation, and for accepting us as your family.
And thanks for never giving me detention for my messy room.
We love you.
Happy
retirement.
Hi, Dave. This is your old coach, Sid, and want to wish you happiness in your retirement. Margie and I are sorry we're not being able to be there, but we just wish you the best of your future. And thank you so much for your impact on Tumwater. Your teams back then were very special to what took place later in Tumwater. So enjoy that retirement.
Hi, Dave. I want to wish you a very happy and well-deserved retirement, and remind you, if you get bored, you can always take up bartending, because as you learned this year, you know where all the best alcohol is, on the top shelf. Cheers.
Deep in my heart! Deep in my heart! Down in my toes! Down in my toes! I got that fisherman spirit up in my head! I got that fisherman spirit up in my head!
He's he's going to leave a big hole for sure.
I got that fisherman spirit up in my head, deep in my heart, down in my toes. I got that fisherman spirit up in my head, deep in my heart, down in my toes.
I'm not sure he will retire. Okay, he will retire from being an educator, being a principal, but that was a calling for him. And his life has been a calling for him. The way he deals with people is a calling. It's not a profession. Yes, it was a profession, but it's more of, he was called to do this. He was called to be this way. And when you have a calling, I don't think you ever retire. I mean, he will find another way to use the gifts that he's been given to impact other people's lives for as long as he's here.
You participated in Spirit Week and every event imaginable. There were dances, sports, music, drama, all because you cared about kids. And caring about people is what I will always associate with you. You care about young and old, doesn't matter, everybody. I just wanted to show that I believe you are on the right path. You are fulfilling your purpose. Dave Tobin, EMT, caring for people. You will be great. So continue to care and remember to take some time for you and Michelle to relax and enjoy life.
I hope that his retirement years are long and that we get to enjoy our grandkids together and we get to travel and we can go to football games together. For me, I guess I'm going to be a little bit selfish because I'm very excited that after 41 years, he has decided that it's time to take a break.
You've worked so hard for this and have positively impacted so many children's lives as well as our families and teachers too. I know that I admire your dedication to education and just how on top of things and organized you always are. I know that you may not have always felt like you were organized and on top of things when you were in the thick of things, but it felt like you were a constant and you handled the good and the bad with a steady mind and such a kind heart.
I hope he just enjoys the heck out of retirement. I hope that he gets to do what he wants to do. If he wants to work with the fire department, a few hours a week, Dave. That would be nice because, he wants to do stuff. I mean, I do believe there is something to be said for staying busy and keeping active. So I think that's important for him. But I really want to see him just chill.
Hey, bro-in-law. It's me, that irritating Husky fan. I got a hat for you. Uh-oh, got the wrong one. Here's the right one. Seriously, buddy, congratulations on your well-deserved retirement. Your departure from school will be like an old man's hat, felt. And if they keep calling you after you've retired, then I would suggest a $150 an hour consulting fee.
This little ditty may not be witty, but Dave saved my life, and then he sent over his wife to remove the bats. So I don't rhyme things very well, but there are so many things that I have to say about Dave because he's such a good guy. And the first time I met him, he was living across the street from my house in Ocean Park, and I didn't know who it was over there, and so I brought him over some scones and cookies and stuff, as I guess he was interviewing at the time to work down here. One of my best memories is when he and Michelle got married on the beach. It was just such a wonderful relationship, and they have been friends all this time. We have saved each other's lives. Like I said, my arm was spewing blood, and Dave casually put a towel on it, took me over to the EMT, and got me to the hospital. And had they not been across the street, I have no idea if I would have lived. And I remember one time when it was pouring down rain just after Christmas, and I looked across the street and saw flames flying out of the chimney of their house. So we went over and got them, and they all stood under my front porch while the fire department came over and put out the flames. So I think we've sort of matched our saving each other's lives.
I just want to say thank you, Dave, for always being someone I could count on, for giving great advice. whether it was personal or work-related. Every time I came to you with a problem, you always help find the right solution. Thank you for your service to our school and our community. I will truly miss hearing you say, we are one day closer to Monday. Wishing you a great retirement, relax, and enjoy your family.
Dave is my grandfather. He's always been there for me. He's very supportive.
I've been reading about the minor prophets. That's been my reading the last month or so, and I was in Micah the other day in the Bible, reading in the book of Micah, and they defined a godly man. Now just listen to this, Tobin, listen to this. The first one is they're just. In other words, strong in character. Really, really strong in character. The second thing was they're merciful, kind, and caring. Okay. and the last thing is they're humble, selfless service. Well, if that doesn't define Dave Tobin as just a man of God, a man is a difference maker. So no, he's an inspiration.
I mean, do your passion. You have more time now. So do the things that you want to waste your time on, because time doesn't last forever.